Hey there, cats and kitties. I am the Blues Man, Johnny Blues, coming at you live to talk about episode 11 of this stunning mind rape pile of garbage that is Ousama Game, the animation. King's Game, the animation. The last episode was halfway decent, but we're back to status quo in this one. In fact, this episode was tripping. Everybody be tripping in this episode. It's like, don't trip, I know you all are crying, 'cause everyone is dying. My God, the show is shit. This show, oh my God. Any ability that this show had in redeeming itself in the previous episode was out the fucking window in this one again. Just the pacing, the plotting, the overly melodramatic characterization going on between Nobuaki and you know, what's her name? Riona. Natsuko. I'm not clear on the rules of this game. You know, we're 11 fucking episodes in, and I have no idea what is going on, what the rules are. So they have to get to a certain point, right? The people furthest from that point are going to die. Last episode, Masatoshi, whose name I didn't know at the time, he drowned. He fell into the water and drowned after this dickhead, pushed him down a set of stairs so that he couldn't walk, as effectively or run as effectively. So he dies. Nobuaki jumps into the water, tries to save him. He dies. He's already dead before the King's Game passes down the judgment of who is furthest away. And by all accounts, it should be Nobuaki who dies, because he's, right now, the furthest away from the point they have to get to. But Masatoshi, even though he's dead, even though he drowned, that still counts? Huh? How is that possible? How the fuck does that count? If he's already dead, how does the King's Game then... Oh, and it's pretty convenient how the death was to be suffered was suffocation. Well, yeah, he kind of drowned. Suffocation's part and parcel with that. How convenient. Was he somehow not dead yet? Like, how does that work? How does that count per the rules? I don't get it. We call back on the previous game with Chiemi, and the last rule that is passed down with Nobuaki and Chiemi being the only two surviving characters left is you have to kill the person you love. You're sitting next to each other. You both love each other. You have to kill the person you love. Chiemi killed herself. And that counts? What? Even at the very least, Nobuaki in that moment, in that flashback moment, at least he vocalized that fact. I didn't play your goddamn game. I didn't follow your goddamn rules. And then there's like a final thing that says, choose to continue playing the King's Game or face punishment. We're left to assume so much in this show. Riona was seemingly shown having killed her family, all but her dog, which some people still debate about, even though the dog's tail was wagging the last we saw it. Unless she killed it off screen, as I've said before in my previous video. That dog is probably alive. Maybe it isn't. Who knows? But it seemed like Riona had killed her entire family, and the rule that was passed down was she had to, destroy something that meant something to her. No explanation. No explanation how she survived. What was it she chose to destroy? Was one of those random things, destroying her whole home and killing her family, was one of those things adequate? Who knows? How is Chiemi killing herself when Nobuaki and Chiemi were told one of them has to kill the other? How does that count? How does a dude who already drowned count as the next death? Amy. She runs back in this episode. All the good that saving her life did in the last fucking one, out the window. She makes the self-sacrifice to save Nobuaki. She's fucking beheaded. They don't even show it. It's like just big black blotch. Censorship blotch. And then Natsuko being a right cunt, tricking everybody on that woodland path, which way they should go, which way they have to go. The douchebag who pushed down Masatoshi and caused Masatoshi to drown and all that shit, you know, was pretty much involved in that, guilty for that. Natsuko, you know, sets a trap for him, which involves some twigs and a shallow, several inches deep hole, and he trips. We don't hear any bone breakage sound effects or anything. It looks like he just fell on his face and he can get right back up again. But because she's standing over him laughing, oh no, he's dead, he gonna die. He tripped and fell. But then she comes over and she smashes his ankle. And he says something about both of his legs are broken. So I'm assuming that fall, even though it makes no sense, it doesn't look like that's what happened at all. Apparently he broke his leg when he first fell, when he first tripped. Everybody be tripping, man. Even that, the bitch Rina, her friend, you know, she trips off this like cliff that came out of nowhere. And then Rina herself goes over the side of a ravine, guilt-ridden with all the people she's left behind. Fuck this show. Fuck it. One episode left. Thank God that's all that's left. And let me know what you thought of it. Catch you later. Peace.